This is Olivia's Montessori Preschool and Kindergarten in Memphis, Tennessee. And I am Olivia, and this is how we set up our books for reading. We want to make sure that the children can easily access the books. I put little stickers in the middle. That helps the children, they're all over behind the books. That helps the children to put the books back when they're finished. It looks nice and neat. And some other things, we never want to put the books near scissors or markers or anything like that. The best books for preschool would be award-winning preschool books like Caldecott Medal winners and books that are worth it. You know, be sure to read the book beforehand and keep the ones that have value. Also be careful of books, you know, if they're sexist or if they're racist, especially if they're old or if they give a message that you don't like. Sometimes they'll have books where the siblings are unkind to each other, and I don't accept that, and I don't think that that's a thing that I want my preschoolers to accept. And so read over it. Keep in mind that Montessori doesn't embrace commercial books like Disney books like Frozen, Sesame Street, Winnie the Pooh. If you want to read those at home, that's fine, but we don't like that in the academic arena. It does make a difference. I teach children to be quiet during the story, save their questions for when the story is over. That way, the cadence of the story isn't interrupted and the other children can follow the thread of the story. Children under the age of 6 do not know the difference between what is real and what is not real. They are learning that. And so what I'll say to them is, at the end of the story, I'll say, now, is this story fiction, make-believe, or non-fiction, not make-believe? And if their answer is right or wrong, just accept their answer, and then you will know if they're understanding the difference between fiction or non-fiction, and then explain it to them before you read the next story. But don't correct them. They tend to be shy and say less if they feel like they're overcorrected. Reading books is an important precursor to the children reading on their own. Early childhood studies show, for instance, that a child with a lot of books in the home tends to test higher than a child with no books. And that's a quote from a book, a really fun book called Freakonomics by Stephen Levitt. And I want to say that for me, you know, my reading is such that my great aunt, whose name was Olivia, she ran a small library in Madisonville, Louisiana, and I learned to read just from being exposed to books. I don't remember her reading the books to me. She was busy running the library, but when new books came in, I was so excited. And I don't remember my parents reading to me. I think Dad read the same book 3 times in my childhood, but the word off and on that's what unlocked what I had learned from just seeing words and looking at words. There was a story that had the word off, and I remember visualizing a light switch with the word off and then on, and then it just seems that everything fell into place, and I could read before I started school. And so that's just my 2 cents, and I love to read, and I hope that your child will too.